So to anime,
Do you just want to finish off the last show of the season?
yeah, we have two shows that finally ended a couple weeks ago, which was Megalobox and Odd Taxi. Those are done for a while. Well, actually, I think Megalobox is a series finale because the way it ended, it almost seemed like it was done.
Yeah, but they also made the first season a series finale, so I don't know.
Well, no, the way this actually played out, it seemed like it was done.
Yeah.
And then Odd Taxi, it's debatable. It looks like it could go into a second season, but
it can't be with the same people. There's no way.
No, because we'll go into it a little bit more when we actually talk about it. But
which one do you want to start with first?
We'll probably start with Megalobox, but just a reminder, 3 of them has not started, and then 4 of them we have started, but
there's complications.
Nixon, Scarlet will probably be episode 2, which y'all could talk about. I'll eventually catch up with episode 3. Stand on a Million Lies, Complications, the other 2, they'll be talking about because I was having issues with Funimation when I was trying to watch them. So I will get caught up on those on my own time. But to start with Megalobox,
which Ghostblade has the title. Because, again, it's in Spanish, because every other episode is in Spanish.
This one they did in Spanish. It was a little bit more actually led to what
the style that they're doing.
The style and where the location's at, because it's not Japan with this anime.
Yeah.
So, this one was just fucking amazing.
It was. I'm not too upset on how they ended it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not happy with who won the final fight.
Okay, so
I get why they did it.
Yeah, that one was complicated, dude, because it's like you could have let it play out. Yes, Joe probably could have got seriously injured, including Mac. But I guess because of the conscious of everything and knowing what's going on with Joe,
yeah,
it makes sense. Because with everything finally fixed, Sanji basically doesn't want to lose Joe, which is understandable, but at the same time,
yeah.
But I think it was a little bit more of a meaning to that too, because
so if you didn't catch our code, Mac won the fight.
Yeah, so Mac wins. But I think there was a reason for Mac winning too, because it was also kind of leading towards like his kid being proud of him.
Yeah, I feel like the whole point of Mac was like having him control BES, because like he never went to Mac time during this fight.
He was on the urge.
I have no idea. All I see is the word wings repeated like 4 times. That's all I see.
From
what I can tell, like it's like wing this, wing this, wing this, wing this. I'm like,
we'll just call it this episode wing.
From what I can see, it's like someone the one that carries Sin flies with wings, and the one that carries Bliss is without wings.
Okay. It's got to involve that hummingbird.
Yeah. So the main mascot of season 2 for Megalobox was a hummingbird, and it was on Chief's gear too. So Mac wins. Everyone's happy. Basically towards the end, the CEO lady was like, "We're gonna make a change. We're gonna be better. We're gonna do it for the people." This, that, and the other. The guy with the glasses, he left. He just left.
Glasses.
The guy that was making the chips.
Oh, him, yeah.
He just left. Like, he got in the car and he just left. There was, like, no explanation why. Probably just because of what happened. You should kind of already put 2 and 2 together. And then, basically, Sanji leaves because he found a job.
He found a job that doesn't involve the ring, so he took Joe's motorcycle.
Yeah.
As his own.
And then Joe basically helps him out halfway because he was going to go visit Chief's grave, and see everybody again. Mm-hmm. It's kind of where it ends, but we even get to see like the group meet up again, and like I guess more people are moving in.
Yeah, like the main. I'm not going to say bad guy. The corporation girl stepped down because of the whole thing that happened with BES, and she took all of the orphan kids and brought it to the gym, which is Team Nowhere, because it's like an orphanage training area. That's terrible to say. An orphanage gym that houses orphans and also trains people to become boxers if they want to.
Yeah, and then we also see Lou, Leon,
the other fighter that took Joe's title.
Yeah,
Lou. Yeah.
Lou. We see him starting to train slowly and get back into the ring because he doesn't want to give it up, kind of thing. So the way it ended, it looks like it's a series finale. We will see. There could be a season 3.
We won't know for a while.
But I don't think so. I wouldn't hold my breath because Joe's done at this point, unless he becomes a coach and we kind of get to see like a...
Just like what Pops did?
Yeah, like a pupil fighter.
Yeah.
For Joe. Like, that's the only way I see it coming back into a season 3.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Other than that show is done now. It's off the list.
Yeah. And then the other one was Odd Taxi.
Which this episode's called Where To?
Yes.
This one was a lot of bombs.
It was.
That's truth bombs.
Truth.
Some scary. Some of them like, oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, this one was definitely one of those like, holy hell kind of things. Because it definitely opened your eyes to a lot of things.
So basically, the first beginning half is like, we got Otokawa running from
the main
Yano and the police.
Yeah.
They were all chasing him.
Yeah.
Like, it just turned out to like this whole police car chase, and then we see all these characters with like their own little side stories that they're all dealing with.
It was basically just throughout the entire series.
Yeah,
like
basically we
all
just
the
have
characters coming
you
together.
have all these characters, just coming together, ending their stories or starting new stories, and where they all meet up basically.
Yeah.
And so while Otokawa trying to run away from everybody, we have in the background we have a narration of what seems to be a kid. Yeah, what seems to be a kid telling his story, and then you start connecting the dots of like, is this Otokawa or like somebody else? Basically, like the story is starting to like intertwine with each other, but then we get to the big reveal.
Yeah.
Well, when Otokawa he went over a bridge and his car crashed, and then it was Shiku,
The girl?
the girl.
I don't remember her name. She wasn't really that important to me.
I'm saying somebody else's name. But yes, the llama. I don't say llama because
Hold on.
She's either a llama or an alpaca.
I thought she was just an alpaca.
Well, that's the thing. Like, though, I can never really tell the difference between a llama and an alpaca.
Well, especially when you start doing like the animation, they don't always.
But basically, she swims and gets him out of the water. Shirakawa. Yeah, her. But yeah, she saves him out of the water, gets him out, and then Otokawa's rushed to the hospital. But then that's where we get to the realization that why did everyone look like a animal that's because that was all in Otokawa's head. Because of the first accident he had with his parents' accident, where it did some damage to his brain, he saw everybody. That was all him. He saw everyone as an animal. Because from the narration in the background, that was like literally telling him his backstory. His backstory of like always him being bullied, his abusive parents, how he was always easier for him to talk to animals instead of people.
And he had like a major thing about animals, like he was always reading books and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And so with the first accident, that's where the mental damage came in. He always just saw animals. It was easier for him. But now with the second accident, that must have fixed whatever was going on with his brain, and now everyone looks normal. Everyone was normal from the beginning.
Yep.
Which started looking really weird.
Some of the characters I couldn't even recognize. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh shit, it's you.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was good. This was a very good overall anime overall.
Yeah.
And then basically the second half, we
see who the real killer is.
Yeah, oh my god, that's right. The real killer who killed the first cat girl, was the second cat girl in the fucking mystery kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think what's scary about it is that she was really well hiding it, and the fact that it was on purpose. She did this on purpose because she got cheated out of that part.
Yeah.
And she would do whatever it takes to achieve her dream. So she's the one that killed her. Oh my god, oh my god.
Hey, anyone's willing to do whatever it takes to get to a
Apparently,
dream.
yes. I'll fucking kill this bitch if I have to get out to this.
Well, it's everybody. It's not just her. Like, anyone at any time would go to that length to be like, I will get this part, kind of thing.
But I think what scared me the most about her is that when she got into his cab and then that smile, and then it's just like up to your imagination. It's like, does she kill him? Does she not? Who the fuck knows?
Well, that's what it's to go until season 2 comes out, or we just get told.
I think they're gonna end it there, and then it's up to the viewer's imagination, honestly.
Yeah,
because a lot of people do that.
Well, yeah, I don't see this going for a season 2 with the way it ended, but at the same time, we really never know until it actually happens.
But some of the endings, Dobu did end up. Well, no, he did end up. He ended up in jail.
He ended up in jail, but I'm not going to say witness protection, but like much more secure jail.
Yeah, Dobu went to jail. What the fuck happened to Yano?
Yano,
the rapping guy. I
think he's already in prison.
Yeah, he's in prison.
Yeah, the guy with the dodo quit the game and went back to normal life with his work.
Yeah,
kinda.
Kind of, yeah. Mystery Girl, main singer, she turned herself in actually because she couldn't live with the guilt. The Homo Sapiens comedy duo. They still kept going with their shit. Like, yeah, they kept going on with their stunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the monkey, the one with the dad, I think he's like, he actually started working more. And
yeah, they didn't really show him.
Yep, they did. He was the one at the construction site.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just like now honest living. Like, no, probably not gonna do this dating shit ever again. I don't know. That was his story. Yeah, that was everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, that was everybody.
I think the most disappointing thing was the thing that was behind the door in his apartment. Just a fucking cat.
Oh.
That was the one of like, really? Just a fucking cat? Okay, whatever. Oh, this entire fucking season, like we kept wondering what the fuck is in that room, and for it to just be a cat. That's like, okay. But what I was telling Week here, when we first been into the show, I watched a YouTube video, somebody going through the opening of the show and how it's actually portrayed. And once you started talking about it and how it is actually portrayed, it's actually pretty impressive opening. You need to look like Lionel. You need to go back to the opening of the anime and actually start. Now that you've watched everything, now you have to see the opening and how they actually like little hints that they already did. Basically, the opening already put in some of the answers that we were asking ourselves in the anime without realizing it.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy who skips the openings.
Okay, fuck me. I don't take my fucking 1.5 minute live to watch every fucking goddamn opening. I'm trying to watch so many at one time.
Oh god.
I just saw the YouTube video because it interests me. Because this is a guy that dedicates himself to like the actual the openings and how some of them can be good or some of them can be just very bad.
Yeah. But that's all of spring, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Well, technically yes, because My Hero Academia started
They started last week. They took a break.
Or they started a few weeks ago.
That's true.
Or a while ago because
I think they're trying to
they were delayed.
Yeah, they started like in April.
Yeah, so they started late spring into the summer. It's usually about a 24 episode series anyways, or season.
In my opinion, I feel like when this season ends, the next week is when that movie's supposed to come out. I think that's what they're aiming for right now.
That'd be genius.
Yeah. And then Boruto and Digimon, that's just like full out.
Technically, Boruto started its new arc.
They're doing arcs.
Yeah.
Which Digimon's doing arcs. Also, right now we're doing the arc of, I guess like
The Secret of the Crest.
yeah. So like they're constantly going. They're not seasons. So that's just kind of how those two are going.
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna talk about? Keep
Since
mentioning them, but
since My Hero Academia didn't do anything, this Saturday will be the new episode. So that one we won't be talking about on this episode.
Yeah.
I guess we could talk about the two that we already been watching before we get into like the new stuff.
Boruto.
Yeah, we can talk about Boruto because both episodes was mostly action.
Yeah. So last week was called Proof. This week is called the New Team 7.
Yes. So last week, it was just basically
All out action.
all out action.
Yeah, maybe a
Naruto,
minute
Sasuke.
talking.
Yeah, like Naruto and Sasuke fighting.
Just like basically all it was like enough talk, now fight, and then just played music throughout the whole 30 minutes.
Basically, like the full 24 minutes of this episode, including this week's, was nothing but action. It was literally nothing but action.
Yeah.
This week's episode had a little bit more talking because of like certain jutsus that we never seen before, but other than that, it was straight action.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
thought,
only
I thought we talked about their fight.
no,
Are you sure?
Last
Because-
week.
No, Naruto and Sasuke fight with him.
No. The week before that was Naruto
We must have
versus
because
Jigen.
we must have because I remember about talking about the ceiling technique that he had to use on Naruto. I remember specifically talking about
That was last week.
That wasn't last week. Last week was Proof.
yeah, we didn't talk about that one because we
Yeah,
took
but
that
you guys are
break.
talking about Naruto and Sasuke's
Oh my
fight,
God.
which you already talked
I want to pull
about.
this up and I want to prove to you you're wrong. Shit.
Oh no, proof was
Proof was
proof was just nothing but info.
Oh yeah.
fuck me.
Same
I'm
thing.
I paid attention to it just to find out what was going on, and then that was it.
Honestly, all you hear is this. You're just like, whatever.
But I mean, this is a very good breakthrough for Kawaki, though.
Yeah, he misses daddy.
Why can't you let a good character have his moments?
I am. A son misses his father, and the father misses a son. The son he never had.
Yeah, I guess. Yes. Yes, proof. This is what Shikamaru trying to be convinced that if the Kawaki is still not behind.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. That's all he did.
I mean, basically, without Naruto, he is the right hand man.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
the
would be
advisor.
taking over on everything.
He's the advisor of the village, so yeah, he kind of is the captain.
Pretty much.
But honestly, the Team 7 Kawaki is like, fuck you. We'll get proof ourselves to show you Naruto's alive. And they go through that dimensional portal.
Yeah. Then they pretty much won the next episode. Essentially, all the next episode was just Kawaki's part of the team now. 4-man team. Let's do this.
Yeah. So this week's it was basically a 4-man team. They were fighting against. You said his name was
Boro.
So we got to see two new jutsus. The Mist, which basically puts like a virus through the bloodstream,
Yes.
and then his lava style. It wasn't like your normal.
It was like acid sand.
That's Boro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Boro.
Lava style.
He did a lava. I don't exactly remember the exact jutsu, but it was lava style, and it looked like basically really hot sand.
Which,
I don't think that's been done before.
But the plot of this episode was Team 7 trying to save and take out, trying to save Naruto and take him out as basically the new Team 7.
yeah.
This episode was nothing but action, and besides the few talking, that was it. Of like the jutsus, you're not gonna get the Hokage and this, that, and the other. really the only thing that I thought was actually really cool was that Rasengan.
Oh, that, yeah.
That was like the animation was actually pretty cool because with Kawaki touching Boruto's back, it seemed like his chakra kind of went in through Boruto.
Yeah.
Because he started getting the red within the Rasengan.
It wasn't his compressed Rasengan?
That was a whole new.
No,
It
this
was more
one,
like a power up.
this one, instead of doing the wind thing that we're so used to seeing, it was more of an explosion. It basically ripped him in half, and then he like regenerated.
Of course.
Basically, Dragon Ball Cell style.
Yeah.
At this point, almost any Naruto.
Or Piccolo.
Like, it just fucking...
However you want to put it. So he regenerated.
I'm not surprised.
The villain regenerated. Basically, at this point.
Oh wait, he already showed that off. Yeah, when he got sliced in half in the church, he already showed. He already showed that skill.
I feel like all this episode was, in my mind, was just putting Kawaki in the team and showing how Boro became like a. Would you call it a prophet?
Basically.
Yeah.
Like a savior, basically.
Well, saviors are basically like prophets.
Yeah.
They deem themselves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he basically became that, this, that, and the other. They're at a standstill, so next episode we'll see what happens. But I know there was an article about, as we're on Boruto, Naruto's new chakra form with 9 tails.
Oh no, we're not getting into that. Nope.
No.
End of discussion. Moving on.
I'm just curious on how it's going to look in the animation.
I know, but I do not want to talk about it because I already fucking, because the internet will not fucking shut up about it, and I don't want to fucking hear it. Moving on.
All right. So I guess Digimon.
Yeah.
Last week's episode was called "The Vagrant War Demon Rebellionmon," and this week's episode was called "The Digimon School Under Attack."
I actually like the one with Rebellionmon. I don't know if you noticed, or if both of you noticed, how the animation changed from that last one to this one.
Yeah, I noticed it.
It was a little like smooth and crisp, wasn't it?
Yeah, but did you also notice that it was
Yes, use your words.
Ogremon?
It's implied that he's a reincarnation of Ogremon, but is it really him?
It has to be. He wouldn't have the memories if.
Again, implied, but is it really? It was never really. We never really got an answer to it.
It's probably not actually.
Even Agumon and Taichi at the end were like, was that really? Nah.
Well, because they're idiots.
Well, yes, but still, like.
I think it is just because
but then
he has the memories, and then he was just reincarnated as who he was.
I mean, it could be him because he also showed that that bracelet he also had on his horn. So it could be him. I didn't even think that was possible. Digimon reincarnated as a new one.
Well, when they die, they go back into an egg, and then they rehatch, and so on and so forth. They never truly die.
That's true.
As it was believed in the 90s, early 2000 Digimon. I forgot which Digimon it was, but that's the theory in that one. Now, this one, it's like you die completely kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
so it just comes to questions like, what happened to him? Or like, what did he really just started off as Rebellionmon?
yeah. I think that's what happened after what happened to him. I think he was just reincarnated as who he is now.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, that episode overall, it was good. Like animation was, for some reason, like I don't know why it was just so special for them to ante up the animation, like making it look a little smoother and crisper. But I approve of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take more of that shit, please. I don't know if it was the same with the Mimi one.
The animation was still there. It definitely got an upgrade.
You can only tell that they improved the animation with the evolution, honestly. That's all I could tell.
Well, yeah, it's a mega evolution.
Well, like, what do you call it? The showing of the evolution, it honestly looks like a different studio, basically.
Oh, yeah, no, they always do that. Yeah. They always, depending on what the director's looking for, like, they usually ask, like, all the studios are like, hey, can you do this shit for us? Like, we got you.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. They already did. They already showed that up with War Greymon's Mega. That was a completely different studio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one was also like a major upgrade from everything else. But with this week's episode, it was about Mimi's adventure. Now Mimimon, because she had to be a Mon. She couldn't just be Mimi.
You can't be a human to get in this school. You have to be correct.
Yeah, so she went back to where she was considered at the beginning of the series a queen with all the Digimon. And when she got there, it turned into a school for Digimon. Basically a training school to get stronger and to Digi-evolve into their higher forms and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
This one was actually pretty funny because it's just the obstacle course and just everything that was going on.
Yeah. And out of nowhere, Tai Chi's there, just like, oh, when did you guys?
Yeah, the next day he's just there. It's like, why are you guys even doing anything? It's like you are already the first ones to do everything. Yeah, so they're there now, and then the school's attacked. I guess they've been having trouble for a while.
It is a little. I've noticed that. It is a little annoying that Taichi and Agumon just had to be on everybody's places, just for plot. And somebody pointed out in a comment I saw, it was like, not every fucking episode has to deal with Taichi and Agumon. Like, we can have an episode without them. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. It can be a little annoying that they have to just show up on everything.
Yeah, with them just randomly being there.
There's a solution to that. Walk out the door. That's what they're saying to you.
What?
With Tai Chi not needing to show up every episode.
I don't get it.
You're fired. Go out that door.
So basically, they're there. The school gets attacked, and Mimi and Patamon basically were like, "Hey, we're gonna take care of it."
Wrong Digimon.
The plant.
There's so many names.
Well, I'm correcting.
I know, and I'm trying to remember the name at this point now. Hold on. Un momento, por favor.
So they fight the school dropout, the first ever dropout. But you got it?
Palmon.
There's a lot of them with the little P.
Yeah. So this one, Palmon basically goes into her super evolution, which is I'm not even gonna look up that. She basically goes in her super evolution to fight the first dropout, and the teacher was gonna step in, and Mimi was like, "No, we're gonna do this," and they do their mega evolution, which was Rosemon, which I'm actually happy they kept the name of this one because it just makes more sense. Because this was also the original name to the Mega Evolution in the original Digimon.
And yet Phoenixmon doesn't make sense for this
reboot. That one, I don't know. I'm just saying with this one, it makes more sense since she's basically a rose human.
Again, Phoenixmon is supposed to be a Phoenixmon.
Hey, take it up to the director of Digimon. Just like... You can also take it up with the writer because he probably rewrote the entire series too. So
I mean, yeah, it's a reboot. It's a reboot of the entire franchise.
But basically, she goes into her Mega Evolution, wins the day, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Yay!
What are we missing? Friendship. Are we missing Izzy and Joe now? Are they the only ones?
Joe, we never got to see the Mega Evolution, but I think they have the ability to do it.
Just not yet.
Just because of what we saw at the end of the episode with his Digivice flashing or glowing for that brief second.
So yeah, it's just Izzy and Joe who's left?
I think it's just Izzy and Joe to actually see him.
Yeah. I
think Izzy is the next one because at this point, everyone else has gone into their Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
So to actually see him, Izzy and Joe, but Izzy's probably the next one, and then we'll probably eventually get to see Joe. Yeah. Which I think Izzy should have been sooner, but because of plot, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with that one. You would have to see the episode to know which one I'm talking about.
Is that it for Digimon or?
Yeah, that's really about it. Next week we'll actually